Hello Chocks and Chockets, and in between, Roberto here for another video review. It's a special one. It's the Cadbury Dairy Milk Orange. Yes, brand new. Yes, brand new. I think it might be an exclusive to Tesco. I'm not too sure. That's where I had to get it from anyway. Yeah, so there we go. So basically continuing on the orange chocolate craze that's been going on at the moment. So, you know, there's been, what is it, orange Toblerone, there's been orange twirls, orange fingers, orange buttons, orange Malteser biscuits there are now. What else has there been? Other things? Probably, yes. Although Terry's were ahead of the game, of course. They've been doing chocolate orange for years, but there we go. And we've also, yeah, you'll notice funky new packaging as well with this one. It's basically, yeah, it's sort of copying the Australian sort of Cadbury wrappers here. So you'll see, you know, you see all that sort of detail in the background. Those little patterns and things you'll see there. So I do handily have an Australian bar here. Yes, the Neapolitan review coming soon. But you'll see in the background there, they've got the same sort of patterns as well. Yeah. So basically, the Australian ones have been doing it for a while. So Cadbury have Cadbury UK, I think I've sort of taken some inspiration from the Australian version. I'm trying to sort of, a bit difficult because it's orientated differently, but I think you can kind of see the similarities there. I think it's exactly the same. Obviously, it's orientated landscape to portrait, but I think you can get the gist. Looks to be exactly the same. Is the date the same? 1805? I think it's the same. I think it must be 1905. So 1805. As it is older on the UK one. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's just there. There, 1905. Yeah. It doesn't want to. It's just a bit too shiny on this bar, but it does. Yeah, you can see it there. 1905. There we go. Just about. Just about. Okay, right. Okay, enough of that. Right, so it looks a very nice bar, I think you'd say. 180 grams. It's a big one. I don't know if you can get it in smaller versions. It's infused with orange oil as well. It doesn't say real orange oil. Boy, it does say real orange oil. There we go. Yes, yeah. So pretty much the same as what Terry say on theirs. It's 100% sustainably sourced. I'd always be wary of what that means, really, what a sustainable means. So I'd always check that out if you're interested in that sort of thing. It could just mean that they offset it basically about what they do, and which is not really the same, although it's better than nothing, but there we go. Yeah, so as it says, it's even got the same sort of text now as the Australian bars as well. You know, it's just a bit more interesting for sure. And you see they had all the sorts of, you know, shenanigans going on. They've kind of just, yeah, you can see they're using the same kind of, and that way it says Cocoa Life and stuff, you know. Yeah, so stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's a good decision really, because the Australian ones were just ahead of the game as far as, you know, chocolate and flavours and things were concerned. So hopefully they'll catch up with the flavours. Here they're bringing out the caramel bar into the UK, although it's not quite as thick. It's, you know, not this. I think it's a bit thinner, this one, by all accounts, but we'll see. But it's a step in the right direction in packaging too. Yes, there we go. So it looks quite nice, doesn't it? Does it say anything else of interest? Not too sure. Something there. What does it say? Orange flavour milk chocolate, there we go. Milk double star, vegetable fats, palm, got palm fat in it. The equivalent of 426 millilitres of fresh liquid milk in every 227 grams of milk chocolate. Okay, it was 180 gram bar, so not that much in this one. And what have we got for calories? And stuff like this. 100 grams, 533 calories, 30 grams of fat, 18 of which are saturates. And per 4 chunks, 20 grams. Not sure what that is, 20 grams, yeah. Is about a ninth of the bar, about a ninth, I think. So presumably it's a 4x9 bar or something like that. 20 grams, 107 calories, 6 grams of fat, 3.5 of which are saturated. So there we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, per 4 chunks. So I assume, yeah, it does seem to be a 4. Yeah. By touch, it seems to be a 4x9 bar. Right. Very excited for this one. Very excited. So yeah, let's give it an open. Let's do it. Right, okay, once again, this Cadbury Dairy Milk Orange, new Cadbury Dairy Milk Orange. It says new there, in fact, as well. Yes. No, but you can see the glass and a half pouring into the cube there. Not too bad. Of course, though, it does say on the back there's a caveat of yeah. Well, it talks, well, I don't know. It says 426. I mean, I'm assuming that's meant to be a glass and a half. It says the equivalent there of 426 millilitres of fresh liquid milk in every 227 grams of milk chocolate. Yeah, milk chocolate, milk size 20% minimum, actual 23% minimum. I still don't quite understand that, why it says minimum and an actual. I don't understand. It must mean something, must be a reason for it, but it makes no sense to me. Cocoa size 20% minimum, contains vegetable fats in addition to cocoa butter. There we go. I mean, why tell you the minimum and then the actual? All that matters is the actual, surely. I mean, it must be something I don't understand, but it makes no sense from a layman's point of view anyway. Unless they're just trying to say our quality is this minimum, we won't give you a lesser quality than that, but I don't know. I don't know why you would say that. just tell me what it is. Assuming it's going to be the same every time. You would have thought, but well, there we go. Who knows? Who knows anyway? I digress, but it seems odd. Right, so we've got, so the bias, so I've got some flourishes going on here. It's about 22 centimetres, pretty much exactly, of the flourishes there. So we'll give it an open, so 22 centimetres. Got the open and reclose here. I don't think anyone's ever, well, I don't know. Okay, let's give it an open, so I don't think anyone's ever reclosed them. But, right, so it was 22 centimetres, so we'll see. It's a bit warm today. There might be some meltage going on. I have to be careful. Oh, it smells very nice. Yes, there's a lovely smell coming from it. So it was 22 centimetres. Now it's 18.5. So we've lost 3.5 centimetres there. So quite a lot, really. 3.5, 7, 14. About a fifth of the bar, pretty much, isn't it? About a fifth of the bar's gone. So quite a lot, really, when you look at it that way. Right, so we'll just do it. As I say, can't measure that high with the calipers. So I have to be careful here. As I say, it is a bit melty today. We are going to suffer a bit of meltage. So it even looks like the Australian bars as well. The Australian ones have these sort of squares instead. They've even taken the same look to it. So that's an interesting choice. Very interesting. Didn't expect that. Not a bad one. I like this look. I like this classic look of just cubes. I like it. It just reminds me of my childhood. It's just something a bit. It's just no nonsense. You know, we just got it as it should be. Okay, so I'll do the old measuring here. It's about 8.85 centimetres in width. That's this bit there. Height of the cubes. Just to be a bit careful. About 1.1 centimetres in height. See the cube there. And yeah, so we'll do it to the sides. There's one in between the cubes for what it's worth. Not sure it's worth too much, but we'll do it in between there. About 7 millimetres. Yeah, interesting. Nice. Yeah, so looks very good. No tie tracks on the bottom. You can see my fingers are slightly leaving imprints in where it's warm today. But yeah, no, very excited. Looks very nice. I think it's solid chocolate. I don't think there's going to be any orange pieces in there. We'll give it a bit of a snap. Let's say so. Yeah, so one row of this, actually, half of this, I think is your what does it say, per 4 chunks. Yeah, so it's 107 calories per 4 of these chunks. So quite a lot, really. So the whole bar, you know, quite a lot. So, well, 900 calories, 7 times 9. What's that? 61, is it? So 961 calories for the whole thing, pretty much, if my maths is good. Yeah. So quite high in calories. There's a good, strong chance that me myself would eat the whole bar. So yeah. So you have to bear that in mind. You know, because well, if you're like me, could easily get quite a lot of calories from something like this. All right, well, let's give it a taste. Yes, as I say, it smells very nice. An orange smell to it. Yeah. Looking forward to it. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, yeah. As I say, it's just straight chocolate. There's no bits of orange in there. Well, there does look to be something, doesn't there? You can see there's a slight. Yeah, it's just bits of chocolate. Okay, I was thinking all these like lighter parts were something, but yeah. Right, let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Okay, I want to give this new Cadbury Dairy Milk Orange, yes, a taste. So yeah, very nice, very nice. Yeah, got handy chunks broken off from earlier. So yeah, you'll notice I'm wearing my bright green, so no green screen going on today. Although I could use my top for it, I guess. Yes, bright green new t-shirt. So yeah, very green. Okay. Right, let's give these a taste. Got chocolate on my fingers already from it melting a bit. A bit melty day today in the UK. It's getting warmer for sure. But yeah, let's give this a go. Let's do it. Not bad. Not bad. I think it's It's not a massively strong taste. It's not as strong as perhaps not as strong as Terry's chocolate oranges in orange flavour, but it's nice. It's definitely more dairy milk than orange, if that makes sense. But there's definitely an orange taste there. I like it. It works. Unlike the Galaxy orange chocolate, that was another one that did it. Galaxy tried to do it as well. Theirs just didn't really work. Really, the chocolate didn't work with orange. I don't think orange flavouring. But this one, yeah, it's nice. It's got the sort of thick, rich, velvety dairy milk taste, coupled with a slight, not massive, really strong orange flavour, but I'd say it's more than slight. I'd say, but it's definitely it's not as prominent as a Terry's chocolate orange, as I say. The flavour there is very much more prominent than this, but it's still there. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't think it's it's just an accompaniment to the dairy milk taste, basically. So it's not as strong as you might have been thinking it would be, or maybe hoped. But it's nice. You know what I mean? I think you definitely get used to it after a couple of bites. Like, I'm already kind of used to it now. So when I take a bite of it, I'm not really tasting orange that much. But there's definitely a freshness to it that gives you that orange sort of citrusy taste. But only just. Yeah. I don't think this is a replacement to Terry's chocolate orange for sure. I think if you like Terry's chocolate orange, I think you'll still like that and have room for your life for that. I think this one's just basically an equivalent for dairy milk. I mean, it's not the same kind of level of orangeness. I think you're getting like a Terry's chocolate orange. That's just something a bit more orangey, a bit more unique. This one, it's just a sort of an accompaniment to the dairy milk, really, if that makes a kind of sense. And I like it. It's a subtle flavour, but it works with the chocolate. I think that's the most important part. I said, I don't think it's going to blow your socks off. I think it's just a nice way of having a dairy milk, really. I mean, it's good. It's not like they've just put an orange cream in it to make it overly sickly or make it a bit sort of, unpalatable to some. It just works. It's a subtle flavour that works. They could have done it with any flavour as well. You could have added like a strawberry flavour, or a raspberry flavour, or a vanilla flavour, or an orange, or blueberry flavour, or anything like that. And I think it still would work as well, because it's a subtle flavour. And I think there'd be quite an interesting range, to do that. But obviously, they probably won't. But yeah, I think it's nice. I say, I mean, dairy milk is a lovely chocolate anyway. I think this is a nice addition to it. It's just a subtle one. It's not going to polarise people, I don't think. Obviously, if you really don't like oranges, I don't think you'd like this. But I don't think you'd hate it if you I don't unless you really hated oranges, I don't think you'd not like this. It's just, as I say, it's a subtle flavour. It's not like, say, some of the other sort of chocolate companies, or even Cadbury, where you make an Oreo flavoured dairy milk and it's got that sort of very sickly cream in it that's just not pleasant in my view. I mean, this one is never going to give you that sort of, as I say, unless you really hate oranges, orange flavouring, that sort of feel of dislike. It just works well. It's a subtle accompaniment and it's a nice variation on the bar. And as I say, it could really work with any flavour. I think it's just a good way of representing that flavour in the bar, in a dairy milk. Yeah, I quite like dairy milk a lot. I think dairy milk's a good 4.5, 5 out of 5 really. I think. I'm not sure. Don't know really where I'm not sure now. I'll perhaps have to re-review it at some point soon. But yeah, I think this one is a good 4.5. I think it's just, I think as an orange representation, I think it perhaps could be more exciting. There could be chewy orange pieces in there, a bit like the sort of Terry's did with their cranberry one. Like a bit of jellied orange pieces in there, something, and like Cadbury's did as well with their Bourneville. I think it could be more interesting. It's just orange flavoured chocolate, and I think that works. In some ways, I'd say it's more subtle, it's more accessible, less people will dislike it, which may mean it is something that's here to stay, and that's why they've done it that way. But on the flip side, it's not that exciting, it's not that interesting. You might still just sometimes just want a regular dairy milk, you know what I mean? Whereas you'll never really not want an orange flavoured Terry's chocolate orange. You never think, I'd rather this didn't have the orange in it. You know what I mean? If that makes any kind of sense. I think Terry's do. I'm not sure they actually do plain, just milk chocolate on its own, but you know what I mean. So yeah, Yeah. Yeah. You know, it was a bit of a hard one. It's a bit of an unfair one to say that. Really, as I said, Terriers don't really do their own, equivalent. But hopefully, you'll get what I'm trying to say at least. I think it might still be, it's not sort of interesting enough. I think to pull you away from having a regular dairy milk. Sometimes I think, you know what I mean. I think that's the gist of it. If you're not thinking, oh yeah, I really fancy that sort of orange flavoured dairy milk, or with so I say chewy piece in that they could have done. Had they done the cranberry equivalent that the Terrys did with their chocolate stack. I think I'd always go for the cranberry one. I think over the regular Terry's one. I just think it's a limited edition one, unfortunately. But as I say, that was limited edition because it was more divisive, I guess you'd say, had more about it. Whereas this one, as I say, doesn't have that. It's just a bit more mundane. And I think for that reason, I'm going to say a 4 out of 5. I think rather than the 4.5. I think it's a high 4, but I just think it's just a bit. Yeah, it's not really reached for the sky, if you know what I mean. And they set the bar a bit lower than it perhaps could have done in order to cater for the mainstream, I think is the gist of it. So, which is swings and roundabouts, but as far as an overall score is concerned, it means it's not going to ever be the upper echelons of my ratings, at least. But 4 is still good. Yeah, so 4 out of 5, above average for sure. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the YouTube member program. Great way to support the channel, it truly is. But leave a comment for free. It's always great to hear from you and I always do reply. So yeah, I'll hopefully see you in the comments and see you somewhere else soon. Hopefully in the next review. Bye for now guys, take care. See ya. Bye.